Just like that, Nvidia bounces nearly 8% today. And I'm not saying that we are definitely going to head back up right where we were at $140 last week, but I do want to reiterate before we get any further in the video that we need to understand that everything in the market is normally going to be an overreaction. Yes, DeepSeek could pose a threat to Nvidia and American AI, but you also have to understand that this is just based off of what we've been told, and from my understanding at this point, not something that's actually been proven. I don't think that DeepSeek and the fund actually have proven all the things that they've come out and said about DeepSeek and how they built it and how much it costs, the GPUs and everything, etc. But we have seen a rebound in Nvidia up about 8% today. And this is a good sign because it shows, if we zoom out to the broader market, that market structure is still holding. Price is still making higher lows. And if we take a Fibonacci retracement from most recent swing low down here at $102 up to swing high of $152, we are now pulling back into that smart money zone. And if you remember back here in October and November when we were bearish and we thought this was going to continue to pull back, our initial low that we thought we would see is $120 to $110. And so that low still stands, and that actually held. Now, as I said in yesterday's video, I'm not bearish on Nvidia at this point, not until we really hold under $120, not just for a session, but actually close a weekly candle under that. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean that I'm going to get an aggressive position on Nvidia and start buying, because the thing is, if we look at the weekly BX at the bottom of your screen, we're no longer making lower highs, we're actually making lower lows. And so unless Nvidia can push back up and close the end of this week around $138 to $140, then we will close with lower lows on the BX, which is not a good sign. So the fact that we have the Fed coming up this week, the fact we have big tech earnings coming up this week, the fact that we're rebounding off of DeepSeek means that there's just a ton of volatility in the market. And at this point, I don't think shorting Nvidia is a smart idea at all, because you're going against the trend, you're going against structure. I don't think it's a good move, but also I don't really love at this point buying calls or anything directional. I think the best thing to do, honestly, is just sit out, or if you really believe in this long term, start selling cash secured puts down to $115 to $120, because worst comes to worst, you're going to end up just getting position there, which is great. You're going to get paid for premiums in the interim. And on top of that, implied volatility is very high right now, which means that those contracts are also expensive. If you want to learn how to trade cash secured puts, we have a course down in our library completely for free in the description.